Well, Miss Melody, you've been working to compose and decompose fractions, find equivalent fractions, compare fractions, and add and subtract fractions. With all this on your mind, maybe you've noticed fractions in your daily life. Can you think of any examples of fractions? Like, what if, what?
7 is on the top.
Uh-huh.
And 10 is on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
There would be 7 shaded of the 10.
That's right. You are so correct. So, something that I thought about to show you is this. Because today's class is all about examples in your daily life, okay? So I brought with me this apple, okay? And this is one whole apple, right? But what if I cut it? What if I cut it and now I have this apple? What would this be?
You would have a 2 on the bottom and a 1 on the top.
That's right. Yeah, because I have, you know,
A
2.
1 out of 2.
So it's
2 out of
half.
1.
I would have half of an apple. But what if half of an apple is going to be too much for me? So I'm going to cut it again. So I now cut my apple again from the half. So now I have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I only want to eat 1. So that would be 1
Out of
4. Yeah, exactly. But look, so I have 4 here, right? But I want to eat 2 fourths. If I want to eat 2, then I'm going to eat 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but it's the same thing as saying that I'm going to eat half, right? 2 fourths is the same thing as...
If these were together and
Uh-huh.
that one was together,
Uh-huh.
it would be a 1 out of 2.
Yeah, exactly. So look, this is 1 out of 2, and this is 1 out of 2, right? And then, because I have 2 parts, so then that would all equal 4. I mean, that would all equal 1, right? And then if I cut them, 4, 2, 1, right? So you see how fractions can play a part in your daily life, right? So we're gonna put that away for a bit, and we are going to move on. Okay, so today what we're gonna do is we're gonna read addition and subtraction problems, word problems with fractions. Okay, you're gonna draw models to represent them, and then we're gonna write our conclusion. So for each of the problems we work on today, we're gonna follow the RDW process, meaning that we're gonna read the problem,
And write the problem?
and then draw the problem. Yep. All right. So as you read the problem, remember, you're gonna think, okay? You're gonna think to yourself, what's happening in the story, right? What do the numbers represent? And how do the numbers relate to each other? Then whenever you draw, you're gonna ask yourself again, what can I draw? What model best shows what's happening? And what conclusions can you draw from your drawing? Okay, and then finally we're gonna write our conclusion. Then this can be in the form of a number sentence, an equation, or just a statement. You know, like, I ate 1/4 of an apple. Okay, that's the conclusion. Okay, so we're gonna try it together with problem number 1. Okay, so I want you to read problem number 1 to yourself. So read this in your head, and then tell me whenever you're finished. Okay, now read it out loud.
Sue ran 9/10 mile on Monday, and 7/10 mile on Tuesday. How many miles did Sue run in the 2 days?
All right. So, what did you read? Tell me what you read on here. Like, what did you understand from this question or from this word problem?
I heard that Sue ran 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And
On what day?
Monday.
Okay, and then on Tuesday, did she run again?
Yes.
And how much did she run on Tuesday?
7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're gonna have to draw a model. Okay, so think of a picture that you can draw that can represent 9/10 and 7/10. Okay. Do you have? Let me get you the pencil. Here you go. Alrighty, Miss Melody. So tell me about your drawing.
Since Sue had 9 out of 10, and she on Tuesday, she had 7 out of 10, and then there we drew 9 out of 10 and 7 out of 10.
That is a awesome drawing because look, I did a drawing too, and it literally looks like yours. So you did circles, but I did squares. So for Monday, you know, I had 10 squares, and then she did 9, so I colored in 9, and you did the same thing over here. You drew 10 circles, and you colored in 9. And then for Tuesday, she did 7/10 of a mile, so I colored in 7, and you did the same thing. That's amazing. So now we're gonna solve it, okay? So, because we want to find out the total amount of distance that she ran on Monday and Tuesday together, we're gonna add it, okay? So, you can either do it on this paper or on this paper, whichever one is better for you. You're gonna put 9/10 plus 7/10. Remember, the 10s don't change. So you're gonna put the 10 on the bottom anyways. So put 10 on the bottom. Yeah. And what is 9 plus 7? That's right. So right now we know that Sue ran 16 out of 10, but we have to simplify that, right? Right now we have 16/10, right? So 10 is what you're gonna have in total, right? Because we have 10 squares, right? So out of 16, we need to take 10 away, right? Because when we take 10 from 16, we have one whole one, right? Okay, so if we take 10 out of 16, how many is left?
It would be 6.
Yeah, 6. So we have 1, right? And then we still have 6 out of 10. So write 1 and then do 6/10. So from this, we have 1 and 6/10. Because from 16, we took 10 to make one whole of these, right? But remember, we had 16, so now we have 6 left. So we have 6/10 left, right? So Sue ran 1 mile and 6/10 of a mile, right? Okay, but remember that I showed you that sometimes, we have 2/4, okay, can also mean 1/2, right? Half is simplified. So we're gonna simplify this fraction, okay? So how we do that is by dividing. We're gonna divide it by 2 each because 6 you can divide by 2 and 10 you can divide by 2. So if you divide 6 by 2, you have 6 circles, right? And you wanna divide it in half. So divide it in half for me. Show me what half of 6 is, because you're gonna divide it in 2. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Yeah, exactly. So we have How many?
3.
3. So 6 divided into 2 equals 3, right? And we're going to do the same thing with the 10. So we're going to do 10 circles, right? 10 circles. Divide 10 circles into 2. There you go. So, how many circles is 10 divided by 2? How many do I have?
5.
5, exactly. Yep. So give me this pencil. Divided by 2 equals 5. So 6/10 is the same thing as saying 3/4, right? So Sue, remember, Sue right here. This equation that you wrote, so put S equals 1, and then do the fraction next to it, 3/5, I'm sorry.
Right here?
Yep.
Sue
Mm-hmm.
ran
Uh-huh.
1
Uh-huh.
and 3/5.
Yeah, that's right. Yay!